I don't think enough people realize how dysfunctional it is for the average Nigerian to live in Nigeria. I'm going to give you a scenario, and this doesn't even represent the typical Nigerian, but just think about this for a second. So you wake up, right? And your room is hot, right? Because the AC does not work because there's been no electricity for a while. And not just that, houses are made out of concrete. So because the sun has been beaming down for a little bit, now that concrete has absorbed that heat and is potentially dissipating the heat to where you are, right? Holding that heat, now you're hot, right? Like I said, you get up, there's no electricity. So now you want to go brush your teeth. Okay. Let me just turn on the tap real quick. Oh, there's no water coming out because the pump has stopped working because there's no electricity, or there's not been electricity maybe for days. So now even the borehole reserve that you dug for your own house to generate water for yourself has now run out because the reserve is done, right? The pump doesn't work, the reserve is done. Okay, well, you know what? You're feeling a little bit hungry, so you decide to go see if there's anything in the fridge. Oh, the food that was in the fridge that has now gone bad because again there's no electricity because the fridge hasn't been able to keep the food cool. Okay, well, maybe you can just go buy something off the street real quick. You use a kerosene stove to heat it up, right? Okay, but now, I want to take a shower. So what do? Oh, there's no water once again to take a shower, but you have to go to work. Oh, and some people have this thing called an inverter. Um, an inverter is not meant to take heavy stuff, right? So let's even say you're able to get food or something, and let's say the food is a little bit cold and you want to warm it up. Turn on the microwave, right? So an inverter, what you can look at it as is like it's a battery for it stores electricity so you can use it later when there's no electricity. But an inverter can't take a microwave, right? It's too high power for it. So maybe you want to iron your clothes before you go to work. Oh, well, you can't iron your clothes because an inverter can't do that either. Somehow, some way, you get yourself ready. Fine, cool, right? Um, Now you got to go to work. The roads are messed up. You potentially get into an accident on the way. Like, you see why sometimes, I might sit next to somebody and I'm like, dang, this person smells, man. I can't be mad at them. They probably didn't have water. Why are you so angry? What I just described was their whole life. And imagine the typical Nigerian doesn't have a lot of the things I just talked about. What do you now do in that situation? So sometimes you just have to say, I get it. I get why you're angry. And you just got to go from there.